Welcome back to Reds Fusion LFC, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC. Today, we bring you a deeply emotional update as Diogo Jota'S wife shares her first heartbreaking words after his tragic passing. Plus, major transfer developments. Liverpool eyes a rising England star as a Marc Guehi alternative, and talks heat up over a potential Serie A move and a stunning Real Madrid swap for Luis Diaz. Let's dive into the latest Reds news. Diogo Jota'S wife shares heartbreaking first post since Liverpool star's tragic death. Ruth Cardoso shared a photo from the couple's wedding day on social media, posting for the first time since Jota'S devastating passing 3 weeks ago. Diogo Jota'S wife, Ruth Cardoso, has posted on Instagram for the first time since the Liverpool star's tragic death on July 3, as she heartbreakingly marked a month since the couple's wedding in Portugal. Jota and his brother André Silva were killed in a car crash just 11 days after the former married his teenage sweetheart in a service in Porto. Cardoso, who travelled to Anfield in the wake of the tragedy to see the flowers and tributes left outside the ground, has not posted on social media since Jota'S death. On Wednesday, she shared a photo of the couple holding hands, accompanied by the caption, "1 month of our, until death do us part. Forever, your white girl." Jota'S family asked for privacy in the wake of the tragic events of 3 weeks ago, when the 28-year-old's car was involved in a fatal crash in northern Spain as he travelled back to Merseyside to begin training ahead of the new season. The brothers were buried on July 5, and the world of soccer continues to mourn the devastating news. Thomas Frank began his first press conference as Tottenham Hotspur head coach by paying tribute to Jota and Silva, and sending his best wishes to the grieving family. Jota also fathered 3 children with Cardoso, and he and his brother were the only children of Joaquim Silva and Isabel Silva. Last week, EA Sports immortalized Jota on its video game franchise, FC, formerly known as FIFA. Players can now choose to display Jota'S shirt as a typo on Ultimate Team. The former Wolverhampton Wanderers man, who was recently added to the club's Hall of Fame, was an avid player of the video game and famously celebrated a goal against Tottenham in April 2023 by miming playing a game's console. It's a celebration that has been repeated by a number of high-profile players in the weeks since Jota'S death, such as Darwin Núñez, and former teammates Raúl Jiménez and Goncalo Ramos. Liverpool has also dedicated a new spot to Jota on its squad listing, with the eternal number 20 now displayed under a banner saying, "Forever." A mural of Jota has also been painted on the side of the Halfway House pub, near Anfield, while another has sprung up of Lyon Road, depicting Jota and Silva. Paul Curtis, a local artist who painted the latter, revealed it took just 25 minutes to gain the amount needed via crowdfunding. Liverpool is planning more commemorations of the brothers over the coming weeks, and into the start of the new season. Liverpool eyes England youngster as Marc Guehi transfer alternative. Liverpool are on the hunt for a new centre-back this summer, and Toulouse star Charlie Cresswell has emerged as a target with Marc Guehi also on their radar. Liverpool is reportedly eyeing up Toulouse star Charlie Cresswell. The Reds are in the hunt for a new centre-back following the sale of Jarell Quansah to Bayer Leverkusen earlier this summer as part of their significant reshuffle. The future of Ibrahima Konate at Merseyside is also uncertain, with Real Madrid keeping a close watch on his situation. The French international's contract expires next summer and negotiations to extend his stay are not advancing, leaving Liverpool with a difficult decision to make. Crystal Palace captain Marc Guehi has previously been identified as Liverpool's ideal defensive acquisition, with the England international also having just 1 year remaining on his contract at Selhurst Park. However, Liverpool has not yet made a firm approach for Guehi, and it seems they are exploring other options too. According to Give Me Sport, Liverpool are keeping a close eye on Toulouse's Cresswell. The 22-year-old impressed in League One last season after his summer transfer from Leeds United, and it's reported that Slot's team have regularly scouted him to track his progress at the club. Cresswell also stood out over the summer, playing a pivotal role in England's under-21 European Championship triumph, and his performances did not go unnoticed in the Premier League. Liverpool are among his admirers, but they have not made an active move to secure his signature at this point. However, he remains under consideration. Liverpool are on the lookout for a defender who can be nurtured and provide squad depth when needed, and Cresswell fits the bill. He's seen as a player with the potential to step up and perform for a top-6 team in the future, and Liverpool might make a move sooner rather than later to avoid any bidding wars with their rivals down the line. Arne Slot's team have been assertive in the transfer market thus far, so a double swoop for Guehi and Cresswell shouldn't be dismissed, particularly given the uncertainty surrounding Konate's situation and persistent rumors of a move to Madrid. Liverpool are also eyeing other high-profile signings in different areas of the pitch, with a winger and Newcastle striker Alexander Isak on their radar. Liverpool forward in talks over move with Serie A club. Federico Chiesa's Liverpool exit edges closer amid Milan interest. Milan make move for out-of-favour Chiesa. Federico Chiesa's time at Liverpool appears to be approaching its conclusion. As reported by Caught Offside, sources close to the player's situation have informed Caught Offside that Milan have initiated indirect contact through Chiesa's representatives, although the financial dimension could pose challenges. The 26-year-old Italian international, signed for €12 million just a year ago, looks increasingly out of favour under new boss Arne Slot. Despite Liverpool's title-winning campaign, Chiesa started just one Premier League match and was a notable absentee from the club's Asia Tour squad. That omission, alongside limited involvement during the run-in, signals a lack of long-term trust from Slot and suggests a transfer is more a matter of when than if. His desire to secure regular playing time ahead of the 2026 World Cup has only intensified speculation around his future, with the forward reportedly open to offers that guarantee game time and visibility at international level. Serie A return on the cards. Chiesa's profile remains strong in Italy. Milan's informal approach could evolve into something firmer as the window progresses, while a return to Juventus, barely a year after his departure, is also gathering momentum. With Liverpool unlikely to demand a high fee, the move represents a viable option for Serie A clubs seeking an experienced wide player without the burden of an inflated transfer price. Caught Offside also suggests that Atlanta could enter the fray if Lookman departs, while Como, under new head coach Cesc Fabregas, is reportedly exploring Chiesa as a marquee addition. Atletico Madrid, too, are watching developments with interest, confident that the Italians' dip in form is temporary and context-driven. In a congested Liverpool squad, Chiesa found himself on the periphery. Even 2 goals in friendlies against Preston and Stoke were not enough to shift perceptions at Anfield. His game time was sporadic, and while technically gifted, he often seemed tactically misaligned with Slot's pressing structure and positional discipline. Liverpool's summer reset may continue. Liverpool's summer under Slot is shaping up to be one of controlled transition. The departure of a player like Chiesa, though perhaps disappointing in its lack of impact, fits within a broader strategy of refining the squad to fit the new manager's vision. For a fee potentially below €15 million, Liverpool can recoup their investment and open up a squad slot for a more stylistically aligned forward. Given the strength of interest across Italy and Spain, competition for Chiesa's signature is expected to accelerate once the market becomes more fluid later this month. Liverpool in direct talks over jaw-dropping Real Madrid transfer in Diaz contingency plan. Liverpool are reportedly in direct talks with the agent of an incredible Real Madrid talent amid talk of another big-money summer move, as they prepare for the possibility of life without Bayern Munich target Luis Diaz. The German giants are seemingly refusing to give up on their chase for the Colombian attacker, with another bid expected to be tabled after they were knocked back with an initial £58.5 million offer. Diaz is open to leaving Liverpool for Bavaria, with reports suggesting that he has verbally agreed to a 4-year contract worth £230,000 per week, a huge amount more than his current £55,000 per week terms at Anfield. While the 28-year-old does not start every game for Arne Slot's men, he remains a key rotational player who still managed to notch 13 goals and 5 assists in 36 Premier League appearances last term. Indeed, Diaz's exit would leave a hole in Slot's squad, although it's one that could be filled by real star Rodrigo, as speculation ramps up over a sensational signing coup for Liverpool. The Brazil international does not appear to have a future at the Santiago Bernabéu, considering the marginalized role he had towards the end of the 2024-25 season. Xabi Alonso hardly called upon the 24-year-old forward at the FIFA Club World Cup, and now journalist Sandy Ayuna reports on X that the Reds have been in contact with Rodrigo's representatives over a move to Merseyside. The hefty €100 million, £86.7 million, $117 million, asking price does remain an issue for Liverpool, with a fresh report stating that their interest was souring for that very reason. However, there is hope that Real will lower their asking price, and if Diaz does indeed end up in Munich, then a Rodrigo raid becomes a distinct possibility. Rodrigo urged to snub Liverpool switch. Meanwhile, departing Real centre-back Jesus Vallejo, who left for Albacete this summer, has urged his old teammate against moving to the Premier League and wants him to stay at Santiago Bernabéu instead. Rodrigo still has 3 years remaining on his existing Real contract, hence the asking price the Spanish giants are demanding. But with Alonso looking to generate fines for new additions through sales, there remains a good chance that the attacker is sacrificed. Vallejo, however, believes the magical talent needs to bide his time and wait for the chance to show Alonso what he is capable of. He told Marca, "Rodrigo is the player with the most technical quality I have ever played with. I've suffered in training. In small spaces he was the best, by far. If it were up to me, Rodrigo would stay at Real Madrid."